lakad matatag!
This is the true carry this game, the SF.
And it's a Z-Freak Spirit as well, something he is incredibly comfortable on. And there you go, you were right, it is going to be Natsumi. Here we go, already Polaris, a very, very vocal team with the voice lines, and I'm sure if they get off to a good start with trying to find first blood, they might even be more vocal as Natsumi jumps in for the instant use of the stun follow-up. It will not matter as Natsumi finds first blood, and that is well and truly worth it. Give him some voice lines, come on, you found first blood. Yeah,
they're on cooldown, bro. They've used too many. Eventually the Sinister Gaze. I feel like they might look to play a little bit
Is going to be in some trouble.
Hey.
Nice bound the strike onto 2. Lelouch should be... Oh, Z free kicks away. It will not matter though, because forced with the wraparound to Polaris find their second kill. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to give it over to Lelouch, who's in a bit of trouble, but steps away with the LSA. Now Polaris are going to turn it back onto Z-Freak.
What's happening?
Trying to get some distance. Enchant on cooldown. Looks like with the Frostblast is going to come back up shortly. And Z-Freak, it's going to be another kill given over to Polaris. What a way to start for the boys on Radiant. Unfortunately for Lelouch, he's got 3
next to the tree line and look to harass from afar, mostly with your Ghost. One of the best creeps that you can get out of that small camp.
Bottom lane, Z-Freak. They've got the level 2 already on Polaris, and Z-Freak's going to go down. Second death here for the Earth Spirit, and another kill over to Natsumi. Look at them continuing to play aggressive, because Mu, he's only got the boots to work with, trying to get some distance away. Use of the uproar will help out.
So this is why those early kills were so important, because it just allows Polaris to get up to that.
We will see there be an opportunity for him always to be able to play around mid with the Shadow Fiend. Force? That's okay.
He's making a very quick movement. He's going to scout it out. Gonna buy the Observer Ward placed down recently. And, oh, AU might be, never mind. I was about to say able to survive, but doesn't seem like the case. Oh, never mind that neutral creep. Let's go, Centaur.
What? Oh,
Centaur
no.
Conqueror, no, never mind. Centaur Corsair, 15 physical damage. Ended up killing him.
Nice, 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 nice. Now they lost mid as well. I mean, this is scary. The lineup that Polaris have, like, even though we were mentioning that this Lina can kind of be the win condition as the game goes on, the beautiful thing about this hero is that you can get active early on as well. You've got heroes to play with if you need the damage. Inside the jungle, Gunner and Z freaking combination together will be able to kill off Xavius. Playing a bit too aggressive, trying to zap away some of the farm that Nouns can hope for.
But it gives them so much information. It's what enables this move down towards the bottom side.
Pulverized, but instantly Lelouch is nearby with the Laguna Blade. No messing around as Natsumi now jumps on forward for another easy pickings as Husky, the second member of Nouns, killed off down bottom. It's going to be Lelouch with the Dragon Slay. And even Lelouch on the Lina is just freely farming a stack at the triangle. It's a big kill if they're able to get forced to chain control. Needs to be perfect, and it is. Z-Freak beautifully done with the use of the Requiem as well from Gunner. Is able to bring down force on the Pangolier. Now they can catch up to Xavius as well with another roll on forward. They'll close the distance and get more gold and experience into the back. But meanwhile down bottom, Mu, he's the one that's in trouble. Husky's going to try and TP down, but he's too far away to protect the primal base. So at least Polaris will get something out of the map, even though there were 2 from Polaris is going to be off the back of the magical damage.
Yeah, for sure. That early Glimmer Cape is going to do a lot to be able to prevent whoever's getting dived on.
Husky and Z-Freak in combination again. It's going to be the Enchantress that's in trouble. Z-Freak will get the Magnetize off before they secure the kill. But Radiant, they have to be cautious how long they want to stick around. They've made the executive call to back off. Mu's going to look to cancel the onslaught as soon as they see the Rolling Thunder coming on over. But in fact, Constabile, he wants to take the team fight. But meanwhile, Gunner, he's been surrounded away from the Wukong command. They don't have a way to protect the Shadowfin, and up Polaris. All their members surrounding Constabile. Now Mu look to enter the fight as well. One by one, Nouns go in, and Polaris will clean up.
I don't know what that last attempt was. Ish on Mu as well, right? He's just essentially 1 and a bit items away. Also nearly got a Spirit Vessel on Z-Freak, about 900 or so gold away. So they've got time, but Xavius is just going to continue being annoying and doing this and take away a lot of that farm.
The top outpost, Husky. Instant use of the Death Ward. They're dropping a lot to try and blow up Xavius, but Polaris, they've been able to bring in the rest of their team to try and protect him, and the support doesn't even go down as Force is nearby with the Rolling Thunder. Lelouch is even going to drop the Laguna Blade. He's got the Arcanes. Issues on the damage from Nouns.
But Gunnar has his own BKB, so that's something that's going to allow him to just stand there, pop the BKB, and right-click when that Rolling Thunder's starting to come through. That's going to be such a key
It's a lot of vision for Radiant. It's a pretty good Wukong's command as well, but instantly they're going to look to retreat and back off to the high ground, as Natsumi needs to respect this and roll in, but Z-Freak has entered the middle of the fray, and Polaris have been able to spring the trap with the BKB soon to expire. They might be able to turn it around on Nouns, as Gunner's going to be into the middle, tries to set up with the BKB into the Requiem. The timing needs to be perfect, and it is. They've got the combo out, but the Glimmer Cape, it's buying some time, but it will not matter as Lelouch ends up going down. But Natsumi is going to look to re-enter the fight, unable to sidestep the use of the Boundless Strike. The Chain Frost, however, bouncing back and forth, and now Force is going to be into the middle with the Rolling Thunder. They can clean up. Gunner, the sole survivor, he will not be alive for too much longer, as Force and Xavius in combination together will clean up the Shadow Fiend. Enable that? Does he need a way to jump in because he has the Onslaught? Do you feel like he needs another item to maybe stay alive? As speaking about Mu, I see him run out of the tree line. Mu can turn it back around with the BKB. Where's the follow-up? Constabile is going to be nearby. They're going to be cautious of Natsumi's own use of the BKB. They even get a lucky bash as well. But Natsumi's going deep under the tower for this. He has the rebound to be able to get some distance, but it looks like AU's going to be the one in trouble. Z-Freak, an instant kickback to Gunner along with Husky. So a 1-for-1 trade in the end. Thanks to the Frost Shield. I mean, a 60% damage reduction being physical, yeah, with right-click damage. So that's something the Shadow Fiend will have a lot of as the game goes on. Oh, hold that thought, he's in some trouble. Natsumi, look at the damage they blow him up. Oh my, Natsumi with the Crystal is completed, just rips apart the Shadow Fiend. It's got to be cautious about how deep he dives, because look at the trap that's been sprung. Constabile is in with the Wukong's command, and they'll get some revenge onto Natsumi. Again, another kill given over to the Monkey King as well, so all of a sudden, he's even in net worth on the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, but you pop the Wukongs, and it certainly is scary.
Shadow Fiend, you can't right-click into the bashes because Natsumi's going to jump in, but the Wukong is there. Beautiful kick away. Z-Free gets some distance, so Gunner's going to be able to reposition. The Rolling Thunder has been able to split the fight in half, so Polaris will step out to the left side. And meanwhile, Lelouch, he's still in fighting shape. Look at the Lina just charging into the middle. A couple of right-clicks will clean up the Witch Doctor. The buybacks are there from Nouns. They'll use one on Husky, but Polaris, they lose no one.
Yep, they're going to retreat. They did lose a few buybacks, but again, it doesn't really feel like they expended too much outside of the Wukong. So I wonder if Nouns, especially with this buyback, can look to say, look, we're tired of playing on the back foot. We want to make sure that we... Nearly.
Make sure you don't cut the tree down.
Yeah. Lelouch as well, looking to try and find the back line.
They still have this Observer Ward here. They see Force on the high ground. It'll be a big pick-off. They're able to secure it. They'll drag it back inside the Wukong's command, but they don't have a way to lock him into place as Force gets the Rolling Thunder off, and meanwhile, Lelouch is nearby. They're going to try and close the distance onto the Lina, but where's the detection? Lelouch goes under the cover of the Silver's Edge. He's able to reposition and turn it back towards Gunner. With the BKB soon to expire, he will just get the Requiem off to cover the retreat. But Natsumi's back in the midst, and he's looking for a target on the retreat. No way to be able to jump on forward though, so Nouns will be okay.
They should know they're hunting. They use the Silver Edge right underneath that Observer Ward, so...
Alright, let's see. Ages expires in a 5-man smoke from Nouns. Gonna be a long sweep down to bottom. See how they can get the angle into the team fight.
They're going to lose the objective before that stage, and I wonder if Polaris are going to be able to make the retreat.
They have the high ground advantage. Constabile smokes on a pod with the Boundless Strike. He'll lay down the Wukong command as well, but the Rolling Thunder's going to cut the fight in half, and Lelouch is not in the middle. So the Lina can just pump in the damage as Gunner gets ripped apart. The tips are out as well as Polaris. They know how far ahead they are in this game one. Bottom lane shoved in, and it's time to go up the high ground.
Micro this.
So I'm just chuckling at the rock throw.
Come get healed.
Even just with the gem, he's just like, come on, try and kill me. Well, they will. And they'll probably kill Natsumi as well. Maybe.
And they'll probably kill everyone as well. Natsumi goes down. Maybe the Tier 4 tower is a little bit too deep for them. Mu's even on top of the Lich as well on the other side, but Lelouch has got a free fight. Look at the right-click damage start to stack up with a couple of crits. Mu's almost going to go down. He actually steps over to the northern side, but instead they're going to go for the bigger fish to fry, which is Gunner under the Tier 4 towers. It's Polaris.
Oh, they got the gem back.
So great. Oh, very nice.
The magic damage now. Doesn't have any creeps to use the Dragon Slave onto, just to keep that attack speed. Never mind, it just
no
spawns.
possibility?
I don't think they care about this Pango. They're just going to end the game.
They do not indeed. Throwing blows up. Polaris. Damn good Wyvern game, honestly. This is going to be the Void Spirit, though. So, they're very much going to be able to... They're very much going to struggle with being able to deal with the Void Spirit. Probably...
Through those Eidolons and can oftentimes look to, net you a kill. I want to see what Mu goes for his build as well, because it is kind of mana intensive for this lane, but we all know that Sol Ring isn't anywhere near as strong as it used to be. That's one of the big reasons that actually Costa Bile on the top lane, looking to get the entire creep wave in onto him, as well as the combined attacks coming through from Force and Xavius, but they will get the... Wait, who got the first blood? Husky and Costa Bile, huh?
Yeah, they did indeed, and meanwhile, mid lane, Lelouch finds us... Get towards a tower. Z-Freak attempting to continue to chase, but a lot of resources being expended from either side. Natsumi doesn't have
He's got nothing.
Anything at the moment, yeah. What's
Absolutely
giving him?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah, nothing.
So, as long as this lane's in a pretty deep spot for Nouns, they're very happy. Like, they know as soon as Natsumi comes in, they're just going to immediately go for the kill. And I mean, this
Gunner is at least being able to catch back up after that previous death.
gone much better for Nouns though in the laning stage than what we saw previously.
Bottom lane, Lelouch is going to rotate down. It's a beautiful blood right. Getting that extra control over towards the Dawnbreaker. Lelouch is going to have the finishing blow, but meanwhile, they will not have a stun to stop the TP out. So Z-Freak will make it back alive. Meanwhile, Nouns, they might consider about diving the Hoodwink under the tower. Although they're actually going to consider about TPing Force in. The Bushwhack will be off the mark, but instead, a beautiful shot's going to lock Gunner inside the river. We'll see if the damage is going to be enough out of Force, and you bet it is. Gunner doesn't have the health pool to be able to stay alive, and now Lelouch is connected to mid as well. From bot over to help out with the rest of the members. Beautifully done as Polaris.
Okay, same sort of thing with the Bloodseeker, right? All of that increased attack speed suddenly doesn't feel quite as menacing.
Lane, they need to be able to convert on this kill. An attempt under the tier 1 tower. Natsumi's going to try and step out of the Starbreaker. Looks like Mu beautifully done with his cast. He's going to be able to secure the kill, and now they'll go for AU as well. So no way for the Enigma to be able to slip into the tree line. Lelouch is going to try and TP down. He's got some ultimate charges to play. He's going to turn towards Husky, but the burst damage is not enough. And now Lelouch, he's in trouble. He's playing off the back of the Resident Pulse Absorption. That's enough to keep him alive. Mu will end up TPing up, so he'll be okay. But in the end, you get some other kills as well. So that's a big rotation for Lelouch to be able to find. 3-0-1, and we saw what he was able to do in game 1 top lane. Natsumi and Force in combination together, chasing down Costa Bile. They need to get in front of the Bristleback, but instead, it's going to be the help for the bonus tag team, all having a good start to this lane.
I'm going to be very careful with his positioning. Z-Freak over to the left. They get a solo pick off onto the Hoodwink. He's been sitting mid, just soaking up a lot of this XP though, so I don't think Xavius will mind that all too much. He just wanted to make sure that the tower didn't get pushed in by the Pangolier while Lelouch was away, getting a lot of those kills, and more importantly, the network.
Force might be able to solo kill Gunner. Oh, but the Solar Guardian and Husky's positioning will keep Gunner alive, although Lelouch, he's going to be able to fall up as well. Beautifully done. Steps in with a burst required.
Top side.
Meanwhile, top lane though, Natsumi is in a little bit of trouble. Vulnerable against the Bristleback, but a Rupture used defensively will enable him to get back towards the secret shop. Rolling Thunder to be able to enter some of the fights. So you need to get to the stage, but the Bristleback is strong enough to be able to kind of put yourself on the front line and for Polaris not to be able to execute cleanly to blow him up as Husky. There's the Rolling Thunder we're speaking about, but AU will have plenty of time. He's even going to use the Black Hole. No messing around though with the Solar Guardian to be able to counter this. So a couple of ultimates expended from either sides, but the rest of Polaris, they're looking to get in the neighborhood. As they see that gun is caught out of position. An instant use of the swap, but Lelouch is nearby as well. But then beautiful double Bushwhack will hold Mu down into place as Xavius finds the burst required to get another kill for Polaris.
Yeah, they use so much to be able to go for this one, as the Rolling Thunder's committed to try and take him down. Get the slow,
cautious though. Yeah. The Rupture's there. Scarcy forced to cancel out the ultimate, and they recognize that Nouns, they're not playing with some big abilities to be able to utilize in the team fight. So 2 heroes are killed off with ease, and now they're even going to chase forward for more. Gunner's positioned up on the high gun. Costa Bile did just complete the Scepter as well, so they kind of need to respect the Bristleback for the moment. Although Lelouch He's going to charge up.
They've got a Bloodseeker that's able to attack super fast. They've got a Wraith Pact. Plenty of damage.
The triangle force. They'll get the jump onto Costabile. A snowball's going to buy them some time. A beautiful setup for Lelouch to enter the fight. The damage is getting spread apart, but once that Tsumi is able to enter, they don't have an answer to the Bloodseekers. The BKB just enables him to get the right clicks out, and now Costabile will look for the TP, but the Remnant instantly stops out in its tracks, and now they've caught out Gunner as well. Another tip, Lelouch, he'll give him one back as Polaris loses 0 members. Swap back. Natsumi's got an opportunity for the BKB this time, though. The chain control is not perfect from nouns. Was the BKB on cooldown? It actually might prove to be an issue for Polaris. Getting some usage out of the Rupture, so they'll just look to take the T2 tower.
I think they're waiting.
Xavier's in a position to be able to jump back in, though. He sees Gunner. Oh, no, an AU! What an ultimate! The global silence comes out, but it will not matter. The black hole has done the dirty work. It's a position 5 Enigma into all the counters. Has an ultimate like that.
Oh, he really wants to try and...
Tower's going to go down, and the melee barracks taking a decent chunk of damage as well. Mid lane force, there we go. The kick onto the Bristle, but look at the damage, man. Oh no, Natsumi just cleans apart the Bristle back, and now they're going to turn towards the Dawnbreaker as well. He'll get some distance away. A beautiful Manta dodge is able to avoid the magic missile, and Hussey's going to be in with a counter once again. Force, he found Gunner. Oh, that's perfect. Into the sharpshooter burst. The Tusk catching out another straggler.
They're just going to keep doing it. 5 seconds, he's just going to go for another one. No one can go forward to try and stop this. Force, move forward. Ooh, kick back.
See freak instead. Look at the double back.
Oh, yep. The old C fake back. You love to see it. They want to fight.
Outside the base.
Gunner.
They see Gunner. Lelouch is going to give them the vision. They get the Remnant as well. AU's in with the black hole. There's going to be no way to stop that. An easy kill onto the core silencer. Enigma's starting to fall low. They'll have at least the finishing blow to deal with AU, but can they get out with their own lives as Moo? He committed into the middle of the fight, and as soon as the BKB expires, they'll bring him down, and Force is onto another. That's a good question. Their only hope is swap into instant stun. Well, they don't have the heroes alive to be able to play with that, and so Xavier can reposition, terms it with the sharpshooter, and jumps down to the low ground. Beautifully done coming out from the Hoodwink, and meanwhile, on the opposite side of the fight, Gunner is caught out once again. This Tusk Aghanim Scepter being too much for Nouns to handle.
You almost have to call it at this stage. It's just going to be too demoralizing otherwise, and they're even looking to try and go for one more. Force, you know the man's always going to go for that extra kill, and it looks like he might be able to claim it here. Just tosses the core.
On at this game, 12, 3, and 18. Very impressed with his performance.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's just that draft versatility, right? To be able to not just switch heroes around. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you can't show yourself. You actually cannot show yourself.
I mean, Gunner is a great Tusk mid as well, so he knows exactly the limits that you can look to play around, and I'm sure, you know, there's a little bit of karma for all the times that he's been spamming this out in his pubs, but they're just going to go for another one. There we go.
Combo like you were mentioning. Rupture to the kick, Costabile. He'll make it away. Hey, they do get Force.
Okay.
A bit of a streak. They have to use a lot to be able to bring him down. They'll be able to turn it back around into Husky. And look at the damage at Natsumi. A free fight here for the Bloodseeker. And the final team fight to be able to close out this game. Bruce are back on for 50 seconds, and the T4s are starting to go down as well. A very important series victory from Polaris. Yeah, being able to 2-0 Nouns. And we also saw earlier in the day as well, they were able to go 1-1 in their previous series. So they are now going to be 3-1 here for Polaris to kick us off in the last chance qualifiers.
Yeah, for sure. And, well, it's on the back of some solid play, you know.